Stardew Valley. Peaceful little farming game about peaceful little farming things. I've known about this game for as long as I can remember, but I've never played it. So that's what I did today. And honestly, I didn't really think you could be bad at the game. Our adventure starts on the title screen, where I very quickly got distracted by leaves. Ooh. Little friends! Can I get more? This is wonderful. This was the whole game, I'd still play it. Now, onto the character select screen, which triggers the first of many rants I'll be going on. Character creation. You know in all those games where they just give you so many options to create your character, like way too much freedom. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have options when creating your character, but I've seen some of the most revolting characters ever created. There are some sickos giving their characters severe body dysmorphia, and honestly, I find it hilarious. Look, I would never make my character look that ugly in games because I'd have to look at it when I play the game, and if looking at my character makes me want to throw up, then it would probably ruin it for me. That being said, I decided to make my character look exactly like I do in real life. And I also gave myself a collar, which, you know what? I'm just gonna stop that thought right there. Anyway, after spacing out during the intro and missing everything, I finally arrived on my farm, aptly titled Funny Fox Farm. And now, I finally get to answer the question, will I have the patience for this game? Because I have almost no patience, and I get bored of things if they go too slow. Probably why I missed the intro. Anyway, I begin by clearing out the area and planting my first parsnips. Alright. Well, I'm bored of that. So I went off to explore town, and I only got distracted a little. Ooh, pretty flower. Dog? I want dog. And then I met my least favorite person in the entire valley. Who are you? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I hate you. I actually hate you. Luckily, immediately after, I met my favorite person in the entire valley. Oh, friend! Leah. Nice to meet you. I've heard that you can romance NPCs in this game. And if I ever figure out how to do that, I already know exactly what NPC I'm shooting for. Anyway, chatted with a few more NPCs, which was actually very realistic, because every social interaction went exactly how they would have gone in real life. Somebody says hi or something, and then I feel too awkward to say anything back to them. This was way too real for me, so after getting lost for 5 minutes in the same area, I went back to my farm, where I discovered the energy bar. Oh, I'm so slow. Oh gosh. As I slowly hobbled into bed, thinking about my baby parsnips, and if Leah would ever love me the same way I love her. Or will all my hopes and dreams come crashing down as I go thousands of dollars into debt while trying to simply survive in this cruel world? These thoughts only lasted about 30 seconds before I started doom-scrolling Instagram reels until 3 in the morning. Huh. Isn't life just so great? I started the day by trying to clean up the area a little bit. I didn't get very far because I didn't have much energy, but I did find this cool geode. So I decided to explore a bit more to hopefully find the blacksmith, which I happened to almost immediately walk to, and I found a pretty green rock inside. Jamborite? Jamborite is now my new best friend in this game. We are going to go on so many adventures together. We'll farm cauliflower, explore the depths, battle evil monsters, and we'll do it all together. I then went to the beach where I met Fish Guy. Fish guy was selling a pole for 500 rubles, which I didn't have. So I left, and I promised I'd return when I was a little, richer. On my way back to the farm, I realized I got paid for giving Jamba right away. I now had enough rupees to go and buy that pole. Oh, and trust me, I really wanted that pole. I really wanted that pole. So I walked all the way back to the beach just to find out that the store was closed. This was not the first time I'd be annoyed by all the shops closing. Like, yeah, I get it. These fictional video game characters have lives, but this is something I will continue to forget every single night. So I head home, sell my garbage, and go to bed. Huh. Foraging upgrade. Wow! I wake up the next morning to the sound of rain, which is absolutely wonderful. I love the rain. And rain sounds in this video game make me feel so silly. I love it. I check my mailbox, and I got a letter from Fish Guy. Fish Guy wants me to come down to the beach. So I go to the beach, and when I get there, I find Fish Guy doing hard drugs on the dock. Oh. Is he high? What the heck? Fish Guy thinks he's never met me before, even though we talked like twice yesterday. What kind of drugs are you on, and how can I get some? He gave me that rod he was selling yesterday for 500 pesos. I guess I should be grateful that he closed his shop, because I would have had 2 poles. Whatever am I gonna do with 2 poles? We'll never know. I don't have 2 poles, and I never will. The rest of the day, I just wandered around, not really doing anything important, because I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. I did go fishing, where I caught some river jelly, which is kind of disgusting, but it gives a lot of energy, so I guess it's probably healthy. Like a scallop. Wait, are scallops healthy? Day 4 was incredibly uneventful. I started the day by cleaning the farm up a little, and I ran around and talked to a bunch of NPCs, which probably would have been more interesting if I ever ran into Leah, who is obviously the best character in the game. I mean, just look at her. Anyway, I later found myself trapped in the basement with the emo kid. Oh no. Oh no. How do I get out of here? After escaping that horrible place and swearing on my life to never talk to Sebastian ever again, I wandered around and didn't do anything. Day 4 was a complete waste of my life. Day 5 was significantly more eventful because my very first parsnips finished growing. After 5 days of wandering around doing nothing, my baby parsnips finally grew up. So proud, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. After replacing my baby parsnips, a new area just got cleared up, and I discovered the mines. And I immediately went there because I yearn for the mines. I love the mines. Where I battled some monsters, found some copper, and left at floor 4 because I was running out of energy. Although, I immediately regretted not going down to floor 5 because it turns out I had a quest to get that deep. So, I guess I'll be back in the mines soon. I mean, how could I not? I yearn for the mines. The mines are my life. Anyway, I then got lost in town again. Maybe someday I'll be able to navigate this place. That night, after going to sleep, a magical fairy decided to pee on my crops, which has to be a good thing, right? Yippee! Farming upgrade. I woke up the next morning to most of my crops being finished. Thank you, little friend. After forgetting to replant my crops, I decided to go fishing. Which brings up my next rant. I hate fishing. Fishing in real life is way too slow. I get it that a lot of people find it relaxing, which is totally valid. But fishing stresses me out. You never know when a fish is going to bite, and then when one does, I feel like I'm going to screw it up somehow, because for some reason I tend to screw everything up. And then there's fishing in video games, which I feel are some of the most boring game mechanics every time. I feel like no game makes fishing fun. I have almost 3,000 hours on Terraria, and I still haven't gotten all the achievements, because I'd rather die than complete 87 more fishing quests. And I can't think of a single video game that makes fishing any more fun. Stardew Valley's fishing is honestly probably the most bearable one I've ever experienced. Like, it's difficult, and it's kind of fun. Definitely the best fishing game by far. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be fishing a lot, but it's not bad. Also, I'm really, really bad at it. No! No! Please! Oh. I was then introduced to the community center, which I guess I can repair somehow. Cool. Also, I really love these cute little guys. They're amazing. I got lost again, but I eventually decided to go on a late night mining trip. Because I yearn for the mines. I need the mines. As you probably can guess, going on a mining trip that late was a very, very smart decision. In the mines, I found some more ores and stuff. And I actually made it down to floor 5 this time. I love the mines. I'm used to more combat-oriented games. That's the main reason I never really played Stardew Valley up until this point. So naturally, the mines is my favorite part of the game. After opening up the elevator and returning to the surface, it was pretty late, so I decided to head home. What I didn't realize was that it was too late. What? What? I started the final day by reading the mail. Some wizard guy says he can help me with the old community center. So I neglected my farm once again and went to his tower on the other side of the lake. He told me that those silly little guys are called Junimos, which is pretty cool, I guess. But then he gave me some drugs. That must have been what the fish guy was on earlier. This seemed like a pretty important part of the story, which is why I completely forgot about it and never went back to the community center. I then considered fixing up my farm a bit, but I decided to go mining instead. I even stopped by the shop to buy some seeds, and then I forgot why I was there, and ended up buying a new backpack instead. The reason I went to the mines was because I had 2 quests to murder slimes. You know the real reason. I yearn for the mines. So my main goal was to commit slime genocide. As I began to delve further into the mines, I realized I'm really, really bad at the combat of this game. Honestly, I'm really bad at every aspect of this game. I might have been nearly dead by the end of my mining trip, but I completed all my quests and I was alive. Because of my successful slime homicide, I was allowed into the Adventurers Guild, where I bought somebody's femur. I don't know why you have this, but okay. I then went home, sold some more garbage, and went to bed. Yay! Combat upgrade! So there you go. Stardew Valley. Honestly, it's not what I expected at all. While it is a peaceful little farming game about farming, it's also a lot more than a peaceful little farming game about farming. And even though I was really bad at the game and I sucked at everything, I still had a fantastic time. Well, there it is. I'm gonna be completely honest, this video was a lot more fun to make than I was expecting it to be. Even though it's like so far from being perfect, like there's so many things wrong with it. But I actually kind of like that about it. It's It's just surreal to finally finish a project for once in my life. I never finish anything. But here we are. Finally did something. It's nice. It's really nice. I guess that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Expect more random scuffed content. Anyway, love ya.